How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Do have Liam once again on camera for finals. And should come as no surprise, we do have Royal Knights here as well. Two decks that were touted to be very strong. One of them hyped up and then kind of fallen off a little bit. Depends on who you ask as to whether the blue dog still got it. And, you know, one of our blue dog specialists, an old Melga enthusiast. This is actually the first time he was playing this deck. Pretty much kind of like read what the cards did, and we all kind of held him at gunpoint and said, you know, Kai, no longer with us. We don't have a dog player. You're our new dog player. And it got him all the way to finals. So clearly something's been working out. This was a list though that was net decked. He's going to be making some changes on it based on what he took away really from the week. But considering it was just kind of like a, hey, you're playing dog this week, and just threw together something, just based it off of one list. I'm looking forward to seeing the changes he actually makes going into the future. I think the main thing he said was he didn't like the rookie count. Not really a problem that you run into in Royal Knights. It's basically all champions. I can't remember if Veemon is level 4. I think it's level 4 as well, so genuinely I don't think there are any rookies in this deck. We do get jamming at the start of the turn for the Gaogamon, but that's not going to stop you when you do have a blocker to deal with. Mirage, going to bounce the Magnamon back to hand. It does leave play, so you do get the draw. Then we do get the memory as well, actually. Ooh, cheeky. Because it goes back to hand and then it gains all of that memory. Swing with jamming and get the draw, thanks to the 1-year. Mirage. Bounce the poor Cooper. Alright, we're going to gain 2. Nice cheap Evo for the Mirage. And I think he wants to choke the 1 here. That's the restand Thomas. So the old 3-cost one, tap it to restand a Mirage. And the Mem Tamer is tap it to make both players draw a card. KnTElixar going to come out with the Purge. It does have Rush, so gets to swing over it. Then we have the Ganku, which is going to play the Lord Knight. And now we do have a Leopardmon in hand. So 4 Iggies and a Magna. Nothing on board for Mirage. But 5 to 4 is still very doable. And I have the Thomas. It looks like we're missing a rookie. Saurite stops the attack from coming out, and it means that it buys him an extra turn over an Omnimon. It seems like we're definitely missing the rookie. That was also the other thing. I don't think this list runs many Saurite. I am a big believer in Saurite supremacy for this format, especially against Royal Knights. Such a strong deck. I think running as many of them as you physically can, kind of goated. I'm going to go Lanamon, which is going to place the Gaomon. So I guess we did have a Gaomon, just didn't choose to Evo in the back the last turn. And that's going to bounce the Magna. Very, very nice. Does keep turn. And we do have a second Mirage, and if he doesn't swing it, then don't have to do anything too crazy. Already setting up his hand. What are we bouncing? Poor Cooper once again. And that's going to pass over 2 overall. Pretty clean position to be in. It makes it pretty hard for him. Some of these Royal Knights that come out do have on-play, on-searches. So you got to be kind of careful, because that's going to tax you for the memory. Even though they come out for free off of Purge, you have to be really, really careful about what gets brought out here. Does look like he's trying to figure out. There's not even enough. Okay, so we're going to use the Leopardmon. We're then going to go into... Oh, straight into Omni. We are bringing the boys. Bringing the noise. Do we add any cards to hand there? That's the question. It looks like no. Alright. We're not under Saurite, so... This is basically hit a Saurian security to win the game. And there it is! And now, needs to find a way to bring out an Alphamon. I think he has enough. Alphamon's 11, right? Yeah, Alphamon's 11. I think he just has to drop it. Does he have enough? Oh, Alphamon's 12. Okay, he can exactly afford it. Yeah, I think you just have to take the L and drop it, because it's Bombo's next turn. Yeah, we're going the whole way. Gives him the Alphamon, stops the Mirage from being able to swing at players. And the best thing you can do here is Sorai again, because there's no Yggdrasil, so it's not going to suck up the whole board. The squad is here to stay. So we are fully under alpha. Right, Gaogamon. Well, the problem is as well, even if you get rid of the Alphamon, it's not like it's going to get rid of the protection. You just have to kind of just go buck wild. Just got to do your donuts. And doesn't Lord Knight also scam you for memory as well when you swing? I'm pretty sure is what it does. It'll be taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memory. Gonna draw cards. Both of us gonna draw. Mirage gonna gain the memory back. Gain the memory back. Gain the memory back. Up to 9. Then Lord Knight scams you for 7. And still able to play through it. It's fine though. Smiley face. Unsuspend. Oh, it has to stay at the 7 because if they go any taller, then they no longer will be able to actually do anything, which makes the extensions a little bit harder. Okay, burst Evo. Alright, get rid of Lord Knight, because Lord Knight, I guess, not once per turn on the nonsense. We keep gaining the memory back. Was unsuspended. Gonna play a new Thomas to get us another check. Gonna swing, hits a Marcus, tries to minus 3k. Doesn't really matter though, because it has jamming. I don't think we have another check yet. If there was another level 4, then maybe. Gonna swing at security again, jamming, so it really does not matter how big that Alphamon is. It feels like we're either one memory short. We're either one memory short, or... Yeah, we're gonna go into the Mirage. Gotta bounce the Magnamon back to hand. Then, how many do we get? Very, very sad though. Burst Evo, bounce one back to the bottom of the deck. Leopardmon back to hand, gain the memory back. And now we have 2 Mirage bursts that absolutely would be able to finish game if Alpha didn't come down. Thomas, yeah. Just didn't quite have the extension. I'm going to play the Veemon, which is going to bottom deck 3. Mostly using that to find your blue tamer. Some people have considered running like a one-off Digimon, so you can just like kind of YOLO hit. Because then when you go over it, you're drawing 1 and gaining memory. We are going to see the blue mem boost, but it's not going to be enough. Alright, we are ready to rock. Game number 2. Mirage going second, so we are going to see double Yggdrasil and Knights of the Purge. Going to load up a Leopardmon, so I guess we don't have any cheap cards. Although we do see the sisters, so I guess I'm just going to set them up now. This at least means that there's nothing that gets bounced. Which would be kind of annoying, because I guess you'd be able to go like Gao into Gaogamon. But instead, just going to build up the level 5 in the back. Looks like he's trying to up the tempo in game 2. Real nice. It's just such a fast deck. Ever since people realized, found out, however you want to phrase it, that you get to do the first hatch and then breeding second hatch to up the tempo. I think Royal Knights was getting slept on for sure. I'm glad to see that it's getting the respect it deserves. And hopefully, next month we will be getting a full deck profile of Saf's list and the changes that he's been, any changes that he's made. We're just trying to bling out the deck right now, lock in those ratios once everything's golden and gorgeous. We're nearly there. You'll see the picture at the end of it. We've made some pretty solid progress. It's kind of like a group project, obviously mostly Saf just doing it, but whenever anyone finds nobody's favorite Royal Knights, like Dynasmon, in a shiny gold form, then to the project it goes. We do have 4 of those gorgeous King Drazel _76. I feel like that card especially is like an anime watcher check. Like some people get away with it. It's like, oh yes, I have not watched the anime, but I like the card game. I know nothing about Digimon, but like Yggdrasil really is just that knowledge check. It's like, did you watch the show? Or did you watch the X Program movie? Because they call him King Drazel in English. In fact, King Drazel. You know, actually, that's my question of the day. Those of you that watch the anime, did you realize that King Drazel was just like a really weird translation of Yggdrasil if you were watching the Data Squad dub? Or were you like me and thought that possessed Spencer Damon was King Drazel? Did you think like King Drazel was a dude? Or did you realize that it was just a very strange way of saying Yggdrasil? Obviously, sub watchers probably don't have this problem, but if you're a fellow dub watcher like me, let me know in the comments. Were you confused as all hell? Leopardmon gonna come out, and that's gonna be bringing out the All Force, strip and bounce. I think we might be running out of resources here. I'm gonna see the Thomas. Yeah, I think we are running out of resources here. Very top heavy hand, gonna play the 5. And that's gonna be everything sucked up. I think we might be seeing a second Omnimon soon. Gonna use the Gallantmon in order to blow something up and then raid. Or just rush at security, rather. And double system on Blanc. We'll have a blocker as long as there's a Royal Knight, which... Actually, is that the decoy one? It might be the decoy one. We're going to go over the Thomas in order to go into Lanamon. Oh, I hate calling it Lanamon. A Ranamon fan club rise up. Blanc's surviving insecurity, because of course it does. Threatening to just give another check in the next turn. Although, yeah, because we're missing the resources. Not even going to really get the bounce. And because it's level 5 or lower, it means that Mirage isn't going to be doing the burn of the security check. But I don't even think we're going to get time for it. The squad has pulled up. Uber Omni. And we are going to be going straight in Saurite. Let's go. Simply wanted it more. I think he's still fine. That should strip the source of the Alphamon. He didn't actually source strip, they just did the nothing with sources, but I mean, technically from top down, you could strip that source out from Alphamon to get rid of the Gallant, then stun everything. Because as it stood right there, the Alphamon technically could still swing, but like, he is so far behind, it really requires hitting a second Saurite, and it's not going to happen. So a 2-0 Royal Knight's going to take it clean in finals. Good stuff though, Liam kind of piloting a deck that I hadn't really seen before. I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings next week as we are back in Dogtown. As always, if you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.